Welcome to this special presentation of Investing in Psychedelics, brought to you by the Canadian Securities Exchange in partnership with CFN Media.
Hi, welcome to another edition of CSE TV, CSE News, CSE _ #finance, all of those good things. My name is Barrington Miller, and today I'm here with Todd Shapiro from Red Light Holland, and we are doing a special company profile for the Investing in Psychedelics conference happening on June 17th with the CSE in coordination with CFN Media. Todd Shapiro, welcome to the show.
Hey, Barrington, thank you so much for having me, man.
Let's get to know you a little bit. Talk to us about Red Light Holland.
Yeah, Red Light Holland, recently listed on the CSE, is a company that's going into the recreational magic truffle business. Truffles are like mushrooms, except that they're grown underground. They're sort of the underground portion of the stem and then the cap. The magic mushroom we're based in the Netherlands as well. So the magic mushroom in the Netherlands is not legal, but the magic truffle is. So we're very excited to have a team of people, a couple of them being in the Netherlands right now, Hans Derks and Tobias Postma, who's our chief scientific consultant, who are starting to set up our facility within the Netherlands where we're going to be growing premium grade magic truffles. And then we're going to have them, once they're packaged, into the smart shops across the Netherlands. And the smart shops are essentially just stores that sell magic truffles, different from coffee shops, by the way. There's no cannabis sold in smart shops, only magic truffles and some paraphernalia and some, merch and stuff, really, kind of cool, vibey shops all across the Netherlands. There's about, depending on you look at the licenses or not, and you don't necessarily need a license to have one, 200 to 400 of them.
Now, usually I would ask the question, what's your go-to market strategy? But this seems a little more at an advanced stage because I think you're actually are going to be revenue generating and revenue producing. How are you going to make money? How does Red Light Holland get its money?
A great question. We're very, very excited by our plan here in the psychedelic sector to be able to actually have a path to profitability. Let's start with the facts. We're a brand. We've created a brand already, and being the highest volume traded stock on the CSE in the first week of trading, I mean, that brand just elevated. We're very blessed to, for some of my background work, I worked in media for 20 years. I built up a brand for myself. About in my network, close to 70 to 100,000 followers, and we have sort of already helped, sort of accelerate in that department by building a brand. And what's great about this is while we work on our products, we're doing a legal microdose, and the brand and the company and the packaging all fits what we're trying to achieve here, which is responsible use, cool branding play. Obviously it's a buzzword. I think you've probably heard of people doing microdosing. Do you know someone microdosing from Silicon Valley to the art communities to Bay Street now? And guess what, Barrington? Everyone who's microdosing right now that you've heard of or that other people have heard of, they're doing it illegally. And I think what we're very excited for with Red Light Holland is we'll be the first ever publicly traded company, to the best of all my research, that will actually have products in shelves that people can microdose legally. And to us, that's an amazing precedent to set, and one we're very proud of.
Wow, that's truly some really good news, and also a differentiator between yourself and others in the sector. Let's talk about the other people behind Red Light Holland. Tell us a little bit about your team.
Sure. I should always start with the early ones, and because they're so great. They're like the fourth liners, the ones that work the hardest and dig in the corners. I hate to give sports analogies here. We don't even have sports right now.
I know. Trust me, I know.
But we have an individual, Hans Derks, and he's from Horst, Netherlands. So the reason why I bring up Hans and Horst is because we leased our facility there. We made incredible friendships and partnerships there already within the Netherlands. And if it wasn't for Hans, who's a native to the Netherlands, speaks the language, is like the least corporate guy. Like, I'm not corporate. He's like way less corporate than I am. He helped forge these relationships. And without these relationships, we don't have a business that's booming off the ground so quickly, including getting that facility, including having a partner that can already help expedite truffles onto shelves for us while we set up our grow, because we can use their grown truffles, a company called McSmart, and they're going to help us package and supply to their smart shops. So Hans is amazing. So thanks to Hans Derricks. Now let's go. You know, these are the names that get all the glory, but don't get me wrong. We have some incredible business leaders on our team, from Bruce Linton, who's the former CEO of Canopy Growth, probably the most popular name within the cannabis industry. And Bruce has been a buddy of mine, a friend of mine, a mentor of mine. And I'm so grateful. It's such an honor. I met him about 4 years ago. We worked together when I was the brand ambassador for Tweed and Canopy Growth. I used to host their shindigs, and Bruce and I we sort of hit this instant bond. I really believe this in life. I think hardworking individuals connect. It doesn't matter if you're hardworking, you appreciate and respect hard work. And I think Bruce saw that in me and respected that in me. And I got to tell you, him blowing up beach balls at his concerts, these shindig concerts when Snoop Dogg comes out, here's the CEO of a $5 billion market cap company blowing beach balls and throwing them to the audience. And I connected with him because that's so salt of the earth. And so Bruce came on as the chair of our advisory board. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm talking.
No. I'm just gonna jump right in. There's a guy, Vlad from the Happy Monkey, and he always says your vibe attracts your tribe. That's what
very
it is.
Interesting. Listen, I think Bruce sees drive in me. So, knowing him to this day and talking to him almost every day, if not every day, at least through text we talk, his drive is still the same as it was always. And I think he sees this entrepreneurial spirit in me. So he's guiding me, he's mentoring me, he's advising me, and he's advising our team. So we love having Bruce there. We also have, this to me is crazy still. Because I grew up idolizing this individual, and then I kind of felt like through my media background, we were sort of on some sort of level, because I used to interview him a lot on my old Sirius XM radio show, and then I became friends with him and would stay at his place in LA, and my wife would go with me. But Russell Peters, famous global comedian Russell Peters, is our Chief Creative Officer. Russell, if you want someone who's creative and someone who can really connect on social media, help understand massive audiences, now people might say, well, Russell, what's Russell's brand? Or how has he ever had a brand before that he support him? He's his brand. He's his brand. Entity. Here's a guy with him and his brother, who's really his little mini team. We're making the most amount of money in comedians on the Forbes list, right under Jerry Seinfeld, 2013, 2014. So clearly he knows the thing too about branding and growing global business. So we're so excited to have Russell working closely with us. We also have really two other very important people as well. Brad Lamb is the chair of our board of directors. Mm-hmm. And Brad, listen, one of the most successful Canadians, and he's been a developer and a realtor, billions of dollars of sales, billions of dollars of projects. I mean, these are real numbers that I want behind me for someone to help with a board of directors role and a chair role to help grow this business one day globally. We're starting in the Netherlands. This is inning one, step one. I don't even know what it is. We're just starting here, and we're starting off on the right foot with this team behind us. And then Ann Barnes, who's also on our board of directors, and was one of the co-founders and pioneers of Peace Naturals, which eventually sold to Cronus Group. She was, and her company had the first ever medical license for a Canadian cannabis company. So as I tell you more about Red Light Holland, you'll see why that's very important for us, because while we're recreational, we also want to be medical second. So we love this team, and it's unreal. It's really, it's almost too good to be true.
Well, you do have a bit of an all-star lineup.
The dream team of success, I call them. The dream team of success.
No, that's great. And let's talk about your last point. What should investors be excited about? What should they be looking forward to with Red Light Holland?
Well, Red Light Holland being a Netherlands-based business, we can sell magic truffles out of the gate. So psychedelic sector is wonderful, and we're really happy for all the companies getting on all the exchanges. Let's be honest. We want the sector to do well. We want people and businesses to prove out what they're saying they're doing. We want real businesses to help show that psychedelics can help people. You can't make medical claims yet, Barrington, but I can tell you, after all my research and personal experience with the magic truffle in the Netherlands, taking it in very small pieces to help with me connect, to help with me live in the moment, to help my anxiety, all these studies for reading, and a lot of our anecdotal, of course, help with suicide, help with depression, help with anxiety. I really believe, Barrington, there's going to be a major, major wave of protest against big pharma down the road, like we originally saw with global climate change. And I think individuals are looking for this research to find a more natural substance that can help human beings. And during COVID, we're seeing a lot more anxiety and depression. So Red Light is in a wonderful position to first have a recreational, responsible use brand that we plan to have on shelves Q3, Q4 in the microdose fashion, our premium microdose, which, hopefully people will try out and experience and give us their data and explain to us how it's helping them. It's not us telling them what it's going to do.
Right.
And we learn from you. And that will feed our medical arm, where we're going to set up an EU GMP facility. We're going to grow a clean room truffle, the entourage effect, the whole fungi approach. And we can either do testing if we get our lab ourselves, or help sell for other clinical trials, because we really want to be behind a movement that makes change. And we hope to do that at Red Light Holland.
How do people find you? What's your symbol?
So our symbol on the CSE is TRIP and TRIP. Our website is redlighttruffles.com. Love the website. That's another great team. The behind the teams people just help with design and the website and getting that up so quickly, and so many updates every day. And we're out there, and we have a big social media presence, and I'm available literally 24/7. I mean, I'll give you my cell phone number right now if you want it, but I've been taking calls and fielding calls. I really want to help our shareholders understand that this is a very, very long-term play. We're starting off very small in the Netherlands, and as we start to see decriminalization and legalization movements happen, we plan to expand to other countries with them, with working capital behind us.
Well, that's really great, Todd, and thank you for taking the time to speak with us. And if you liked this and you want to find out more information, tune in on June the 17th for Investing in Psychedelics with the CSE and CFN Media. You can also check out other brief CEO clips available throughout the upcoming weeks. I've been your host, Barrington Miller, on behalf of Investing in Psychedelics with Anna Sarin and Emil Mall, and CFN Media with Frank Lane. Todd Shapiro, thank you very much.
Cheers. Thank you, Barrington.